Today we're taking a look at these MLB matches, which are happening on Wednesday, April 12, 2023, and giving you our team and total picks for today. Welcome back to High Stakes. Before we dive into our video, don't forget to subscribe and to push the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also check out our Patreon if you want access to our premium picks. Our Patreon is a way for us to help you improve your chances of making more money, and if you are interested in props and parlay picks, check out our new channel High Stakes Props and Parlays, where you can find our player props and parlay picks predictions. You will find the link to our Patreon and to our new channel in the description and comments section below. Houston Astros vs Pittsburgh Pirates. Despite trying to match the Astros early, with 2 runs over the first 5 innings, the Pirates were unable to get anything going as the game went on. Only 3 Pirates recorded a hit, and they were led by Ji-Man Choi's solo shot in the second. Roansy Contreras started on the hump for the Pirates, quickly giving up 7 runs on 9 hits. He was swapped for Will Crowe early in the 4th, who went just over 2 innings without allowing a hit, despite walking 3. Rich Hill is set to take the mound for Game 3. Rich Hill is throwing for his 3rd start of the season with a current 0-1 record. Through his first 2 games, Hill has thrown for 9 innings while striking out 8, but surrendering 10 runs on 11 hits. The veteran is coming off a tough 2022 season, posting his worst ERA, 4.27, since 2013, and striking out just under 8 batters per every 9 innings pitched. While his steam may have cooled off in recent years, Hill has shown he still has command of the ball with just 2 walks this season and posting a near career best in 2022. His opponent batting average ticked up last season, but Hill has historically thrown better on his home mound and will look to do so again Wednesday. Pittsburgh enters this matchup with a -5 run differential, which places them at 21st in the majors. As has been highlighted in previous write-ups, the Pirates have been carried by their ability to hit the long ball. Unfortunately for Pittsburgh, when balls aren't carrying out of the park, they've had little success. As such, they currently sit bottom 10 in both batting average and plate appearances. However, with that said, the Pirates have stayed relatively disciplined at the plate and are right around the top 10 in both walk and strikeout rate. While the Pirates haven't faced Urquidy in the past, they'll look to continue their long ball capabilities and stretch their hits to extra bases, where they sit top 10 in hits for extra bases. That said, if the Pirates aren't able to string together hitting streaks, they fall at risk of leaving runners stranded, one of their biggest hindrances to scoring this season. While Rich Hill doesn't have the oomph we've seen in years past, his ball control still remains tight. Likewise, Urquidy is having a strong start to the season, but has been much more comfortable on his home mound than on the road. Hill should keep things tight around the plate, and his consistently strong home field pitching will keep the Astros from rattling too many runs. Look for the Pirates to raise the flag here and keep it close. Our team pick is Pittsburgh plus 1.5 runs. Both of these pitchers have proven to be hittable, and while Urquidy hasn't surrendered too many runs, he's given up 14 hits over 9 innings. The Pirates should be able to get some runners on base here, and we can't negate their hitting power. Meanwhile, despite ranking low in strikeout rate, the Astros have routinely managed to cycle through the lineup and simply get more swings at the ball than nearly anyone in the league. Expect to see runs here. Our total pick is over 9 runs. New York Yankees vs Cleveland Guardians. It's tough to handicap this game with Cleveland not revealing who its starting pitcher is going to be, but it looks like both bullpens are going to be called upon on Wednesday afternoon. New York's relievers have been doing some heavy lifting in both of Schmidt's starts this season, as he has not made it through 4 innings in either of those outings. I am happy to fade him in this matchup, especially with the public generally driving the price up on the Yankees. Cleveland has gone 11-5 in its last 16 home games and is 7-3 in its last 10 games overall. Our team pick is Cleveland. This is difficult to guess considering we don't know the spread yet, but I suspect the Yankees will have a greater emphasis on their offensive performance after losing their first game by not scoring in 8 of their last 9 innings. Cleveland has enough on offense for me to feel comfortable that these teams will reach the over. In addition, both starters raise question marks for each side that the offense can exploit. I don't expect the Yankees' offense to go down quietly yet again, so I'm taking the over. St. Louis Cardinals vs Colorado Rockies. Urena had terrible home and away splits last season, with an ERA north of 6 at home. This year, things haven't gone any better at home after allowing 7 hits and 6 runs in just 2.2 innings in his initial home start. He also gave up 2 home runs to continue a disturbing trend of coughing up long balls at home for Urena. Last season he allowed 7 in 10 home starts. Expect the Cardinals' strong middle of the order to put up some numbers against Urena on Wednesday afternoon, with the weather expected to be in the 80s. Flaherty will have a strong Cardinals bullpen behind him and should be able to hold down the fort while the Cardinals pile up the runs. Take the Cardinals. The Cardinals were on fire offensively during their homestand to start the season, batting .324, but they have been struggling to hit since beginning their current road trip on April 7. They are hitting only .220 away from their home stadium so far this season. The Cardinals have gone under the point total in 6 straight games, and they or their opponent has scored 2 or fewer runs in 5 of their last 6. Colorado has not found their power yet, ranking 20th in the league in home runs. Flaherty has shut out the Rockies in each of his last 2 starts against them, so Colorado may have difficulty getting runs in bunches against him, making the inflated over-under line at Coors a bit too high. Most signs point to this matchup going under the point total. Milwaukee Brewers vs Arizona Diamondbacks. The Brewers will turn to Woodruff in this spot who, along with fellow Brewers starter Corbin Burnes, has Cy Young caliber stuff. Woodruff has an ERA of under 1.00 to start the season and features a K9 rate that is over 10. The Brewers' pitching staff as a whole has allowed just 7 runs in their last 5 wins, including 3 shutouts. The Brewers have won 7 of their last 9 games and have scored 6 or more runs in 5 of those games. This will be the first time Jameson will be stretched out this season, so the Brewers' bats should get into the Arizona bullpen fairly quickly. Look for the Brew Crew to close this series with a win. Take the Brewers. Milwaukee will send Brandon Woodruff to the mound who has a 0.79 ERA, and Arizona will counter with Dre Jameson, who has a 2.16 ERA. The total has finished under in each of Milwaukee's last 4 games and in 4 of the Brewers' last 5 games played on the road. The total has also finished over in 10 of the last 12 games played head-to-head between Milwaukee and Arizona, and in 7 of the last 8 games played in Arizona between the two. Our total pick is under. Miami Marlins vs Philadelphia Phillies. The Marlins have Edward Cabrera starting this one. The right-hander hasn't been able to throw strikes with consistency in his 2 outings. He's already issued 13 walks in only 6.2 innings, and that will be trouble against a dangerous Phillies lineup. Throwing strikes was an issue for him last year, where he accrued 33 walks in 71 innings. Furthermore, Phillies starter Zach Wheeler enjoys pitching again the fish. The ace has registered a 10-4 record and a stifling 2.41 ERA in 19 career meetings against the rivals. The Phillies are playing better, winning 3 of their last 4 games entering Tuesday, including a 15-3 win on Monday. I like the run line as each Marlins loss this season has been by multiple runs. Our team pick is Philadelphia minus 1.5 runs. The Marlins have leveled out to where most thought they would be, going 4-7 over their first 11 games of the season. A young bunch with a hitting problem, they have found issues in all facets early on. The offense was 9th in the league with a .233 batting average. Of their 82 hits as a team, 60 are singles, and their 30 total runs ranks 4th lowest in all of baseball. Garrett Cooper has been the most productive Marlin batter, picking up 14 hits, 2nd most on the team, to go along with 3 home runs and 8 RBIs, both team bests. The Miami first baseman has done well in the past against Philly, hitting .301 with 3 homers and 19 RBIs over 153 at-bats against them. The defending National League champions have started slowly, but may have turned things around having gone 3-1 straight up after taking the series opening against the Marlins. Their pitching has let them down in the early goings, sitting 26th in baseball with a 5.40 team ERA. They have issued 46 walks as a whole, tied for 5th most, and they've allowed 12 home runs. After a tough season debut, Wheeler bounced back with a decent outing against the Reds, tossing 5.1 innings and allowing 2 earned runs in the team's 5-2 win. The right-hander has struck out 12 batters over 9.2 innings thus far. In his career against Miami, Wheeler is 10-4 with a 2.41 ERA in 19 starts, holding Marlins hitters to a .216 batting average. The over is 10-9-2 between the teams in the early goings, with Miami's last 3 games going over and Philadelphia's last 2. The last 2 meetings between these teams have also gone over. If the first game of this series was any indication, I expect runs once more. The Phillies' bats are primed to pick apart a staff like this, and Cabrera has been handing out runs like candy on Halloween. The Miami single machine does have some components that can score, and so long as their pitching staff holds up their end of the bargain, the offense will only need a couple of runs to get us over. The over is 3-0-1 in the Marlins' last 4 Wednesday games and 5-0 in the last 5 of Cabrera's starts, following a loss the game prior. Take the over 7.5 runs.